Bolu, but does get hit markers by Jez. They're now all tied up 1-1. Xitium is going to get taken down by Jez. You can now see Jez pushing up towards the B flag. Rock that 35 round. See that we have Vague pushing up incredibly far, but this should be a free kill for Xitium. Sure enough, with the push from the backside, finds Jez.
Licença, Tocinha! Pofo! Botão no cofrinho do Limes! Pofo pra cima do Delzinho! Double pofo do craque! Faz clique aí, meu chat! Você tá no YouTube, faz o clipe da jogada! Tomara tá.
Tem sons com monte.
Vou cravar cima, crava esquerda, crava esquerda.
Tem um, só tem A. Vai ter mais um.
Aí tem que botar essa
Pode ver agora, calma,
Nossa!
And we've got two players left to deal with. FN 420. Oh my god, Lucky, what the hell was that? Count them out. Can't do it. Lucky is Dark Wizard. You're the only hope here, Dark Wizard. Oh my god, we've got a 2v5 that is a reality. Lydia looking for the shots. Lydia's gonna round the corner. Lydia finds one. Lydia just needs to find Lucky. Doesn't happen. We're going to another round. The most at the moment finds another one. Just an absolute demon. Moving Winkless in with the side of Nova. Dave, you're going to go in and down.
People see, there is one A now.
Marvel misses one, but doesn't miss twice.
Out. Oh my. Chris, he's all one. Four. Where you at, homie? I know you're in a typical sniper area, but right now you're getting sniped with an 80 with close. Lucky. Get headshot. Cosmo, flip the smoke. Get it too, homie. We got a 1v1.
Oh my goodness, Iona! Bro, watch.
Xitium was left alive. Now it's Iona looking to make the...
Yo, this girl's dirty! Aggressively push up to this degree. Lydia's able to find one. Artemisa coming through. What's that? Is that a kilo? Whoa! Artemisa, the Damascus kilo. Ooh, Chels finds one, is looking for two, but Artemisa... Yo, this girl kinda nuts with the kilo, bro.
Yo, how are you?
I have been.
He is a freak. He's a beast.
Down herself on that Sparrow shot. But the Angels do maintain this P3. Oh, break stuff! Well, it was looking good for a minute there for the beginning of this round, but it has quickly gone in. I think you're right on the money. The arrow can push that up, finds two in the feed to start things off. Those double kills are worth a ton of points, let alone...
Welcome back. My name is Diana, and as you know, or maybe you don't know, I am your host tonight and the whole season, right? I am here today with Day and Verdict, my favorite two casters. I'm gonna say it the whole season because they are my favorite two casters. Guys, how are you?
I was doing
great.
great until I had to cast EU.
Yeah. Until Ronan
Just
joined the
kidding.
Discord, right?
What?
Right. Until Ronan joined the
dang roll.
VC. Yeah, man. Good
Oh,
night,
yeah.
bro. What a party pooper.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's his fault, though.
Yeah.
His fault. So guys, today is day 5 of Mobile Mayhem and I'm actually very excited. Unfortunately, we're gonna have just 3 matchups. As you know, we did had forfeit last week. I2K is not playing anymore Mobile Mayhem. So we did find replacement team, but they did not manage to play today, unfortunately. So we're gonna have just 3 games, right? Verdi, can you go over the games of tonight?
Absolutely. We got the schedule up right now for you, ladies and gentlemen, to see. We are going to start our series off, our matches of the day, with a little light and a little Atlanta. Second series on the agenda going to be Xitium and Cold Esports. That's probably going to be the asterisk / highlight series of the night. And then our third one, Limitless and Animus. This is a wild card. Animus coming through absolutely just devastating teams in their path. They have yet to drop a map all season long. No DQs, no losses, none of the above. Will Limitless be able to, up their game and put on a match for us to see in potential game 3? That one could have potential, but I still feel very strongly about the Xitium and Cold Esports one.
Same, I did. Like I said, we both jumped on the ship with Cold, so I'm actually excited to see Xitium versus Cold. Cold did a great job the last editions, and I think they won most of the games that they had, and I'm actually very impressed with them. And yeah, that is actually the game that I am very excited. Day, can you go over the standings from last week to be able to see which team has how many points?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Look.
In fact, I don't have the EU cartography, so I can't pull that up now.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got you. Starting
You
off in the
have a
first
post
place
for me,
spot,
right?
Nova actually going to have a bye today. They're going to be sitting stagnant right at 75. Animus looking to gain 20 more points and maybe take that first place back. They're sitting on 60. Third is Xitium, Cold, both with 40. And today will be the tiebreaker. Light with 35, Limitless with 25, AxiByte with 25 as well. And Atlanta sitting pretty at 15. Prometheus still scoreless. I think I mentioned this last week. They're off today as well, or last Tuesday. I'm starting to get the Deanna fever right now. They are going to be off today, as I mentioned on Tuesday, and they're going to remain pointless until next week, where they'll gain the opportunity to put themselves on board. 117 not found. They are a last-minute entry to replace that I2K team that dipped out on us. And right now, we're not going to be able to see them today, as they were, filling the slot for I2K, but unable to participate in this Thursday's event. So, Deanna, we've got a pretty stout lineup and match for only 3 games or 3 series to be played, but I still think today has the potential to be pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm excited too. And also guys, don't forget to check Verdict's treasure boxes. As you know, you can have a chance to win 2 pairs of finger slips, so you can actually check the treasure boxes. And also there is a comment in the chat if you want to get 10% off from your next purchase, right? I do see that the teams are almost ready, so any prediction, Day, because I want you to answer to at least one of my questions. If you not wanted to answer to the other.
As far as like a prediction of just this first match, or for all of them?
For the first match now. I do want to ask you the next game too.
If I was gonna make a bold prediction, it would be that I think Light probably comes through with the 2-0 victory here, and the air quotes bold is that Atlanta arguably had been doing pretty solid. Now, they did lose one of their key players. I think that is an important fact to at least point out. So I'm unsure how they're going to perform here today. But Light, obviously, they came through as runner-up of Stage 3. So we know what they bring to the table. It has been looking a little bit sloppy for them.
True.
I definitely got to say they have not been looking as good as they did through Stage 3. But I definitely think there is room to say this could be a better match that I think a lot of people would give it credit for. And it could also just be like blowing Atlanta out of the water. It's hard to say so far.
Okay. I'm gonna go over the maps in the meantime, and I think the team is almost ready. The players are almost ready, and we can surely start. So we do have the first game is gonna be a hardpoint on firing range, obviously my favorite map, followed by an SND on raid, and then if we're gonna have a third game, it's gonna be a control on standoff. Slums and Hacienda are banned, and also Sparrow and Purifier are banned too. So I assume we're gonna see a couple of Annihilators, especially in the hardpoint and control. Especially, like, you can use Annihilator in hardpoint and control, Diana. Oh my god. Not in SND, I'm sorry. I just realized what I said, but it's alright.
I mean, it would definitely come in handy. I mean, if you're taking a look at that map raid, you definitely need something to get a little bit of cross-map range, but Annihilator not on the table for Search or Destroy. That's an L, right? Yeah, you know, we won't be taking L's anymore today. That's it right there.
Yes.
Deanna, we've gone through the best of 3. That means we're ready for the action. We're ready for the heat. We're going to be joined back by her after this series, as Day and I will be on the 1s and 2s. And Day, I know how much you enjoy seeing teams at the top kind of crumble, right? I know you prey on their downfalls on a regular basis. I'm obviously capping, bro. We always want to see the teams continue to do better, but I think you hit it on the head. I mean, Light have been vastly underperforming and are not the same team that we saw in Stage 3. And you wonder why that is. Wasn't balance on that team? Yes.
I think once upon a time, yes.
Yes, he was on that Stage 3 competing team, and he had a very, very big impact on their performance. He has since not been dropped, but left on his own accord, and has joined the Animus as a 6-man. So that is a huge pickup for Animus, but again, we haven't seen too much from them this season because we had a forfeit already and they had a bye. It's been a little bit of a mix-up, but we'll get to see them in our third series today. So first game, hardpoint firing range. I'll say this: Atlanta have been looking pretty good on hardpoint. The bad thing is they don't start too hot. So their key to success here, in order to make this one a competitive one, is they got to start hot and they got to finish hot. And if they can do that, we might see a game 3 today.
Did someone in your chat literally just said that they hope Jim comes back to COD-M?
Yeah,
Where
I mean,
have you,
look.
Where have you been, Lord?
Look, that was a W statement, bro. I've been missing Jim my whole life.
Yo, Jim has been on fire in the competitive scene, though. Oh my goodness. Came through with a thick raid earlier, too, so thank you for that, Jim. Much appreciated. And, you know, it's been a hot season for Jim, so we'll definitely be on the lookout to see how he's going to perform today. He has been an absolute threat when it comes to the Search and Destroy sniper talent. So they'll be playing in Match 2, Lordy Boy. Match 2, Cold versus Xitium. You'll get to see Jim playing.
All right, well, we'll see Cole play later on, and I'm not talking about the band. That is an awful play on words. Nonetheless, here we are in firing range, about to get hot. Who is heated up? Who's warmed up? Who's ready to rock and roll? Marky is. I'm on board with him. He's got access to P1 off the bat, but it is trailer control for the boys over at Atlanta. Now the 3 push in. They're going to be able to clear it out. Faint's going to get credit for all 3. Question mark? Hot damn, boy. He is frying. And already a spicy start to this firing range hardpoint, where you can see a little bit of back and forth, but right now the control and the spawns are going to be highly favorable to Atlanta.
All right, well, a little bit of a score lead here right now for the side of Atlanta, but we know P1 on firing range, at least the initial P1, is usually not a deciding factor. You're really looking to connect the dots of that P2, P3, P4 rotation. It can be an easy bit of triple-digit points there if you're able to get the hold and get those rotations early and importantly, win your gunfights. Now, one thing I definitely got to say, we may have lost balance here for this light lineup, but we did get a pickup recently of Nutella, and that is a player that we have certainly seen in the scene before, making a little bit of a comeback here this season, and I have high expectations because, 1, Nutella was a solid player in the past, and 2, you got big shoes to fill, dude. Balance is not a small name.
Yeah, and then, you know, we're also neglecting the fact that Slayer was on this roster. We're talking about the runners up in Stage 3. That second seed for Stage 4, right? And certainly a big shoe to fill, big shoes to fill. I mean, two players, I mean, pivotal players, players that you need on a roster, no longer available. They have since parted ways, and it is starting to show right now. Atlanta, they are all over the objective. They're going to get the break, but it's not going to stick right now. A little bit of redemption for boys over at Light as we see the P2 to P3 transition. We already got a little bit of presence there. It's going to be 3 players. And with that being said, it is certainly going to be a close one now as we see players from each team trying to make the breach in. Already looking pretty solid, but there it goes, gone. Gets the 2-piece, gets the clearance, and that is going to be a trailer break early before the hill even starts, Dave.
Yeah, you are absolutely right, and we've got a little bit of a lead right now for Atlanta. Like I said earlier, this Atlanta team has actually been looking quite solid for a bunch of rookies in the scene. We're looking at a light lineup. While we may have lost balance, this is still a very strong lineup, right? All of these players are veterans to the European COD mobile scene. Atlanta, again, I think this is almost an entire team of rookies, and they're looking quite solid right now. They've got about a 10-point lead over their opponents. They've been looking good in the weeks or days past, and they've got plenty of opportunity to try to improve even more here. Some kills do come through for Light in the feed, looking like they're going to lock down the remainder of Trailer. But now, it's a fight for wood, and you can see that Atlanta are already set up.
Yeah, they are. They got shower spawns. They got the Annihilators out. They're holding the rotation. Hez going to test the waters. Gets dropped. Annihilator one shot to the dome. There it goes. Rutella actually going to pull one for himself. And gets to trade. Sicardi now. The concussion's going to hit. He's going to be able to take advantage. And that is a primetime kill. But it does not result in Atlanta having the early advantage here in this rotation. Feints now from the trailer site. Looking to cover all odds and ends and doing a damn good job of it. Misses one, but follows up. It is brilliant. Gone finally going to be able to catch him lacking there on the jump up. Now P4, 20 seconds in. It's still a toss-up. And it is a scramble. Finally, Atlanta starting to get a little bit more control. And P4 Wood has been a saving grace for them. Again, I mentioned it earlier. They have been decent in hard points, but their main struggle was keeping the momentum in the early beginning of the game. And right now, we've gone back and forth in lead swaps. They have not lost any focus, any kind of momentum. I'm thinking, wow, we got him while it's hot. Let's go ahead and see how the comms sound now as we get geared up for our first listen in. We're going to go ahead and jump in with the boys over at ATL and see how the comms are sounding.
Enemy down.
I smoke, bro. Gun. I smoke. Push.
Hardpoint locked down.
Another barrel.
I found one mid, P1, and one bottom wood.
P1 dead. One more point. One more P1.
Nice. Take punch.
One sit down.
One shot on point. Nice.
One trailer.
You can barrel. Trailer.
Surprised. Hostile hunter killer.
Two. Both. One more. Nice.
Dead on point.
Another trailer.
Oh, fuck. I still spawning on fire.
Try for you. Go ahead.
Two down one.
One top 10.
American.
Concussed.
Hardpoint contested.
Dead.
One top 10. They got him top 10.
Have the hardpoint.
Top 10.
Hardpoint is out.
Top 10. Last one. Point.
No.
Hold American.
Yeah, one American.
They go next to trailer.
Too late.
Hey, get scrap.
Your two guys ult.
One dead.
That's a carry.
One more.
All right, P1 coming down to the wire. It is going to be a 115 to 95, 20-point lead in favor of the Atlanta squad, but there's only 2 players on the rotation. They got to do a great job of playing their life. Insta-Thurston, but Tokyo doing what he can. Nutella going to get dropped, but Marky going to be able to get the break with Goran, Hez, and Day. You're muted right now, but I've got to say, we've got solid comms, but the problem is there's only 4 players in the VC. I don't know if you caught that.
That's why I stuck around a little bit longer just to see, did someone disconnect? Maybe they're going to reconnect. I am not entirely sure what's going on there, so that could be a bit of an L in the communication. Obviously, you've got 20% of your team who's not able to participate in comms. I don't know, maybe he couldn't get his Discord to work. Maybe they've also got in-game comms turned on. I don't know. I honestly don't. But, obviously, they're doing quite well right now. Atlanta still in the lead over Light. Again, did have talents drop off this team, but this is still a bunch of really solid veterans to the European scene on this Light lineup. And I expected Atlanta to do good here.
Yeah.
I did not expect Atlanta to win here. So if they come through with a hardpoint win, I would be very, very impressed. And, you know, maybe even more than impressed with the side of Atlanta, but maybe I'd be disappointed in the side of Light at that point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm completely on board with you, but at the same time, it is not done. Gone, he says otherwise. The break back into the trailer site. He's going to be able to clear it out. The Annihilator looking crispy. Head's going to try the push. The shot a little premature, but it is going to be the follow-up that catches him out in the open right there on the front side. Gore, the slide peek, going to be able to win it now with 35 seconds. This is plenty of time to maximize on it. You're down by about 50. We're going to go ahead and buckle up for our second listen-in this time around. We're going to go ahead and see how the comms sound because they have been a little shaky in the play so far with the boys over at Light and see if they can redeem themselves with a little good listen-in.
I'm gonna push A long.
One more bottom wood.
Nice dead. One behind the metal, A long.
Yeah. I can't beat that. I'm one shot, I'm going for team.
Next, guys. Push for showers.
One is bottom woods.
One dead, one more A long. He's on the car.
Green car.
He said they're cheap still.
Green car.
Top.
Okay, push. We got showers. Push. Someone go mid.
Jungle dead.
Catch
One
him.
Push him mid. He's pushing mid, Tess.
Mid dead.
Young dead, watch out mid.
One shower.
Showers dead.
Go for shower, somebody. Somebody go shower.
Mid car. One more mid.
One mid.
I'm looking showers.
Mid window, Hess.
Dead.
Nice.
One dead. One more P1.
Jungle.
P1 one shot. Two mid. Jungle one shot dead.
All right, listen in, pretty solid. I mean, it was a little slow to make the reaction to push A long, but has been lighting the feet up. He is on a 5 combo, and what you lack for rotations early on, making up for with the gunnies, and they are hot day. Can Atlanta make this P1 comeback? This is a big P4 break and a big chunk right back in the hands of Light. This is getting a little too spicy for my taste.
Yeah, very, very close game, and we did get a little bit of an update from the admins, and that is Corona is traveling right now and cannot use Discord. So no game chat, no nothing, just straight up no VC communication for Corona. So definitely could be a little bit weak in some of the rotations. And I'm wondering when we get into Search and Destroy how much of an impact that is going to have, because having your teammates' angles, getting those refrags onto the opponents are increasingly important in Search and Destroy, especially as the game goes on. If you're trying to make a decisive round win, if you're trying to pull a win back into your favor to get that momentum rolling for your team, etc. So we'll have to see. Corona's not having a horrible performance, all things considered. I mean, we're 23-28, you're only -5. You got Tokyo up at 33, as well as Sicardi up at 33. But top frag of the lobby is going to be Feints, and I don't think there's a huge surprise there. Feints is a well-known and well-respected veteran in the COD scene, and, well, coming through proving it right now. As far as objective players goes, we've got Legacy and Sicardi, both with almost 2 minutes of hill time / contesting. But it's Nutella leading the lobby, coming up on 3 minutes. We're a little over 2.5 right now.
A little over 2.5, and certainly doing a great job. And bar the fact he's only -1, that is hella great numbers, considering you've got almost 3 minutes in the objective right now. The break not going to be pushed in. 2 in the feed. Just as soon as I say his name, my man's is performing. Tokyo, though, he's got an Annihilator, and he is not missing. He has got a problem that he is solving. It has been dealt with. The break here in P2 looking pretty promising. Will it hold, though? They've got to reel it back in. They need all 16 seconds of this last little bit of scrap time. Legacy not going to be afraid to hold the point. Only 5 points needed. And they can certainly get it for Light here in this P3 rotation, where you can see it's already a heavy presence. You've got a little bit of perimeter control. You've got 2 players in. Make it 1 now. Gore's only 1 in the point. Sicardi tries to make the break. Cardi gonna get dropped down, but there's Gone. He's got the Annihilator, and he doesn't miss. The push is going to come from the backside. It's coming from each and every angle. Lighter not going to be denied. That is going to be game one in a nutshell. The contest not going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. And a hell of a way to close that one out. But we doubted Light earlier on. You've got to say Atlanta put up a hell of a fight. They have not been able to close out a hardpoint win all season long, to my knowledge. But they have made it close each and every time. One day they will show up and disappoint one of these top-tier teams. Today just wasn't it.
Today just wasn't it, but I mean, they were close. And Atlanta continues to impress me week after week. It's only a matter of time before these guys really build themselves a strong reputation. And if any of their games in the past weren't convincing enough that these guys need to be taken seriously, I think that one it certainly was. Even with a player down out of comms, they were able to keep that one very, very close. Solid performance, however, coming through from Marky, Gore, and Feints. When we were talking about Feints was top frag, and he was, only 2 above Sicardi and Tokyo. He was like 4 or 5 above his teammates. And you end up having General Gore coming through with 38 kills as well. Same with Marky, 31 for Hez, 28 for Nutella, as you mentioned. You mentioned his name. He came through with a big 4-piece in the feed and 2 minutes and 40 seconds of hill time. Very, very solid.
Very solid indeed. Now we head down to the hills of Hollywood for a raid, search, or destroy. I know you're begging for this one. I know we were talking about it earlier, and I mean, Annihilator's not going to have huge impact. Search or destroy, obviously it's available, but you can't use Operator, so we'll see how the shots land now, as I'm going to be watching Marky in particular on the side of Light. And then for Atlanta, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not familiar with their sniper talent just yet. I know we've seen some. I know Sicardi is a demon when he wants to be. He was a demon in game number 1. He picked up 1 minute and 40 with a 40 and 30, but gonna need to see a huge performance out of them, because this is a make or break for at least 5 points and maybe a game 3 life. And then this series could be done just as easy as that. I know Marky and Feints have been just lighting it up in Search and Destroy. I need Gore to perform, though. I need Gore to put his best foot forward. I haven't seen him massively produce in Search and Destroy in a very long time.
Hopefully the admin can get me a spectator slot open. No, they cannot.
Oh, wait, they can't. Nope. All right, here we go. Everyone's connected in the lobby except for Dave's iPad. RIP Dave's iPad.
I'll have to manually go back and get it later. It's fine. Or take a screenshot at the end.
All right, good deal. Good deal. All right, here we go. Attacking side, we're going to have General Gordon's squad over at Light. Again, I mentioned him not necessarily underperforming, just not performing up to expectation. Guess that would be underperforming. We'll see if he performs well here, though. So, first little hit is going to be the A-side push. They are looking dead set on making this happen. Stun's going to give off the info. Tokyo, Gore, you've got to hit those, bro. There's no way you do not hit that one. Each drops. Tokyo gets away free and smooth, and he is making you pay. Gore finally does the deed. Gets a second. But again, you've dropped 2 just because you missed 2 shots early on, and that might be key. Nonetheless, a little bit of stability here. We got 3 for 3s, and now it is a 2v2 bomb being planted. Gone and Legacy looking to make the retake happen. Legacy on the full-on flank. And we'll see how it pans out now. 35 seconds on the clock. It is a little bit of a scramble here for the 2s, and we'll see how they play it.
All right. Well, bomb planted, 25 seconds on the clock. You've got General Gore, who's on 2. Hasn't found anything and does get taken down. Now General Gore's got to clutch up a big, big round up against Gone and Legacy. He can hear the player pushing top. Went for the pre-fire. Not in time, and that is going to be a kill for Gone and a defuse for Legacy coming through. That's a big round clutched up for the dynamic duo of this Atlanta lineup.
All right, here we go. Dynamic duo.
Search.
Yeah, I mean, for the search, absolutely. I mean, I think I mentioned Sicardi being a massive performer in searches. Right now, he's sitting on a donut. That's quite all right. We're only 1 rounds in. But Tokyo and Gone putting their money where their mouth is. Tokyo being able to stay alive even after being concussed, and the shot's just not hitting. For Gore, right there, it was a saving grace, and he was able to take 2 before he went. Tokyo going to be able to add more. fuel to the fire. Gon's going to be able to find one, and Light, they are literally left with one standing. The Doof not going to hit from that range, the corner of court. An absolutely terrific hold for the defense yet again, 2 rounds in a row. That one a little more convincing.
Very convincing.
Yeah, a lot more convincing. But at the same time, that 2v2, there was no casualties. That's pretty convincing in my book.
Right.
My book of shenanigans.
General Gore. Oh, nice shot. Opens up on Sicardi. Almost found Gon's head on that head glitch, but couldn't quite get the shot to connect. That is going to be an opportunity for them to maybe get a extra capitalization. Sure enough, Gon going to find one. Hez here for the refrag. 2 for 1 in favor of the side of... Actually, 2 for 2 as Legacy comes through. 1 on Marky Nutella. The refrag, however. And definitely looking like a doable comeback round for the side of Light.
Bomb drop. Bomb spotted.
All right, well, we'll see if they can pan back. Make it happen. Nutella, he is not missing. That is going to be a big round needed here for the boys over at Light, and a little bit of a struggle so far. I mean, I mentioned some missed shots, some miscues, and that first A-side push could have been successful. You got to hit your shots, though, right here. Gore putting a lot of value in his name, though. Finds the first blood. Last round, can he find another one? Looking for the mid-angle, not going to be able to hit anything. The concussion, certainly not going to give away any kind of information that's not already known. In the defense, it's a 2-1-2 split. Tokyo going to be able to take advantage of one. Nobody successfully able to push this A site, and this is when you got to start thinking. We've been successful on the B side rotation once. Can we make it happen again? Nonetheless, the bomb has made its way over. It is stuck in full bar, and he is dead in the water. Tokyo, you should have held that head glitch, bro, because once you pushed out, your shots were not it.
All right, well, still plenty of information to be grasped here by the side of Atlanta. They've got to find Feints and Nutella to try to close this one out. Sicardi, oh my, that was a nasty angle. Did you see him trying to hit that jump shot off of AC there?
I did not. I actually I was trying to catch Feints shots because he has been nailing them this round. Nonetheless, I don't.
Feints is washed. Get out of here.
Oh, I mean, he's about to get washed. He's about to be dropped into the pools of raid right now.
God,
look at him.
He's alive.
There's no way they allow this man to get away with his life. Legacy on the full flank. He's got a pistol in hand. It ain't gonna happen, homie. Topside stairs successfully pushed, breached. And now he's just waiting for that lone wolf and Sicardi to make that full-on flank now. 1 kill on board. And now we're going to hear the crab walk. The bomb's going to go down. The info's not going to be heard. Sicardi going to be looking for the intel. And there it goes. Bomb's planted. 42 seconds on the clock. 1v1 style. Feints. Are you washed or are you not? Show us what you got.
All right. Well, Feints, your team needs you to win this one. You've been a key player that we were hyping up for the EU scene here. 3 kills in. Sicardi's only got 1. Gets the angle pushed. Picks up the kill. And that's 4 on board for Feints now. That's definitely a must-have round for Light, who are going to obviously be looking to try to close this one out 2-0. They want their 20 points for today, especially since they've had kind of a rocky start to this season. Obviously, you hit a key point earlier, is balance was on this roster for Stage 3 where they performed well.
And Slayer.
And it has been... and Slayer, you're right. So that's 2 really big trade-outs for... you now have General Gore and Nutella. Solid players, but... You know, again, big shoes to fill, a lot to prove. Marky, oh my goodness! Those might have been round-swinging kills there.
Yeah, I mean, he catches one in the smoke. I caught it last second, right before he ADS'd. And then he immediately flicks in the money room and just, I mean, absolutely destroy who was up there. Right now, it's all on Legacy. He's going to be called out by Feints, and when Feints heating up the way he is, it is not looking good and promising for ATL. 3 rounds in a row, it has been solid effort. Light making the comeback. They are looking to take the advantage. This is the last round on the attack here for them. We'll see if they can capitalize now as the A-side push starting to hit. And when you've got snipers who are able to do so, you got Feints who is hot on the gunny. It is a very, very lethal combo as we can see Legacy peeking through the corridor here on the front side of the Lambo. Yellow! Feints going to be able to get away with his life, and now that information is going to be given away to Gore, and he's going to be trying to peep the waters and see what he can get his hands into. The shots through mid. Oh, lucky jump there for Corona. He got away with his life, but Hez finally able to deal with the pass on the backside. And that might be the info that you need. The bomb now in Faints' hand. And I'm not sure what the hell it's doing all the way over there on rocks. When you've got 3 players focused on B, might be a little bit of a misread.
Well, you do at least have General Gore picking up 1 extra kill to keep the 2-for-1 in your favor. Marky's been trying to pick Tokyo off this bomb head glitch, but can't quite get the shot to land, so definitely having a little bit of struggles here. But you're absolutely right. You know, we talk a lot in the past. You know, I think particularly we had a firing range round, right, where the bomb died like flat in the middle of the map, like in where there's no cover to get it. And then the very next round, it died like in the tower, right? Well, on those rocks, I mean, that is asking for your team to die trying to pick that up. Fortunately for them, they're able to get it through. In fact, Hez picks up 1 onto Sicardi, but Gaun's going to get a refrag. Hez cleaning up, though. This has definitely been a much better season for Hez than he had in the last season. And we might be looking at a bit of a comeback here. And not just a comeback, but a extended lead. And Marky, you ain't got to do Tokyo like that. You did not have to do Tokyo like that. Also, you let your homie die to be, you know, that guy. That's the nice way we're gonna.
Yeah. You baited your homie. The good thing is you followed up with a kill.
Oh, bait? Bait doesn't even begin to describe what I just watched. Oh my God.
You were chum right there, bro. I mean, chum in the waters with sharks surrounding you right here. We got first blood. Marky is not missing. Gore finally able to hit some shots too. Sicardi going to drop him now. The Sicardi fever is down though. Gone now in the corner of this cubby. He is going to be hit markered, forced out, but the Gutty is not going to be able to save him.
Goodness.
Marky 2 rounds in a row, getting that last kill with the knife in hand, and we are inching that much closer. Started off a little lopsided for the side of ATL, but they have yet to find a round since that second, and they are in a bit of a panic. The attack has not fared well. As a matter of fact, I think we only had 1 life drop, 1 casualty for the side of Light last round. So nades are being thrown, lethals are being tossed, the tacticals out the window. They are certainly looking for it all here on this push, but Marky is up topping. My guy is cooking. Gone, don't you peek that angle. Your head will be just as gone as your name. There it goes. He is going to be antsy with it.
He got pushed.
He got pushed. Oh, Marky!
Oh.
Say my name, homie. Such a disgusting shot. And when he is on, bro, I know we saw it in stage 3. We're getting a little bit of a taste of it here. 12 deep so far. Hey, this is match point. Oh, my God. Yeah.
Stream finally caught up on that knife kill. I think Chigs, listen, that might be my favorite comment that has ever come out of your fingers, Chigs. Okay? Baiting masterclass, absolutely. And then Marky comes through with 4 that round. Dude, Marky has been absolutely on fire these past couple rounds. We saw a 2-0 lead for Atlanta early on, and then we had 6 rounds absolutely smashed into their grill by the side of Light. Hez opens up with 1 onto Corona. Might be looking to close this game out.
It might be, but it's going to get dropped. The good thing, though, for Light is they got Marky still alive, and with him hitting as hard as he's been hitting, is that much more difficult for the boys over at Atlanta to make a comeback now. There's 3 players left standing. They know what's up for grabs. They're going to go ahead and hold back and wait for the aggression, and it's just not going to happen. The defense holding firm. Oh, my God, Gore! Okay. That wall bang not redeeming you for, past, few weeks of not hitting shots in the first round, but that was a solid one right there. The peak right through mid pays dividends. Now Gon and Sicardi, they're left on their own. This isn't an angle you want to peek. Marky said, you ain't that guy. Get over here. My guy is literally Scorpion with the shots right now. He is just a freaking animal.
All right, well, it's 2v1. Could be looking at possibly the last round of our search and destroy here. It has been a fiery couple rounds. Marky looking for another knife kill. Marky, this is just boy.
Played him like a fiddle.
Probably deserved that one.
Yeah.
Probably deserved that one.
10 seconds left. Does Gore peek the angle? Woo!
Lost that round.
That's it. 7-2. Man, is it over? That's over. That's tough.
It's over, and I managed to get my screenshot anyway.
Oh boy, we are catastrophically down bad. Atlanta starting off to a bit of a hot start. Yeah, a heartthrob, a heartbreak, an upset. You guys get the picture. It was a 2-0. It was never close in the search and destroy. It started off pretty lopsided, but I mean, after those 2 rounds, it's like Atlanta checked out and went back to the south. Right now, we are taking a look at it. 13 on board for Marky, including the nasty 4-piece, which I caught firsthand. If you're on the receiving end of it, you best believe those clips are going on Twitter at some point. You got to believe it. 13 on board for Marky. 9 for Gore. Hez picks up 8, a respectable number. Faints with 6. Nutella, you didn't need to do much. Your team was slaying out. Provided that support, and that he did. Now, as we see it, 7-2 win in the search and destroy day. Atlanta's got to find a way to win hardpoint games. They have yet to win I don't believe they won a search or destroy so far. Maybe they have. They must have. They've won a hardpoint at some point because they got points on board.
I can actually check for you because I have all that information.
They got 15, so they could have won 1 game out of the 3 series they played. The DQ, they got a DQ win from Nova.
They got a 2-1 win.
Oh, that's it then. Never mind.
Versus that's qualifiers. They got a 2-1 win versus Limitless.
That's right.
Yes.
Was it? Yeah.
Yes. Positive. Day 1.
Okay. All right. Well. Alrighty. That is going to be it for that series. You know what that means. We're going to be heading back to the host booth. Deanna, did you catch those shots from Marky? What a freaking animal.
When I saw him running after Atlanta's play, I don't remember which one, but first time when he got a kill with a knife, I was like, God damn! And then the next round, again a kill with a knife, I was like, yo, someone needs to stop him because, damn, I just hate when someone runs after me and kills me with a knife.
To be fair, he absolutely sold his teammate.
Yeah. Well, I think Deanna and I had this conversation the other day. No skill melee players in Search and Destroy are the worst. We're not calling Marky a no skill melee player, but you get the picture.
He has a lot of skills.
Yeah,
he is good, and he had the sniper shots on point. It was very, very amazing to watch him. And also, I did enjoy the hard point. I did watch spectator a little bit of Atlanta at the beginning when they actually were on fire, when they had a lead, and then something happened, as you guys said, and then boom, Light was there and pick up the points when they needed. And as you said, Nutella had a very solid game with DOBJ. On DOBJ, actually, he had 240, I think, on DOBJ. Also, Legacy 2, he tried, he had 209. These were the main OBJ times. And something funny that I found in that game, it was that all the players were playing Annihilator. There were like 10 Annihilators in the game. It was quite interesting. We did not saw any Gravity Vortex, unfortunately, but it's alright. And then the S&D, when I saw that there were like a 2 points lead for Atlanta, I was like, oh, kind of hype, but then, damn, Light was there and pick up the rest of them. Boom. It was amazing. But hey, it was a cool game. But now, well, we do have our next game, right? It's gonna be Xitium versus Cold. I'm actually very excited to see how Cold gonna perform tonight. And in the meantime, we should take a break and hear a word from our sponsor.
slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me.
Hi guys, welcome back. I hope you did enjoy the short break. Is it indeed a short break? And in the meantime, we are ready up for the second game of tonight, Xitium versus Cold. Now, it's just me and Verdict. Okay, I want to ask you, what do you think about this matchup, Verdict? Because we are in the same boat right now.
Yeah, Cold's on a hot streak, and that is bad news for Xitium, who have not found too much success. Granted, they pretty much gifted a Search or Destroy matchup on Tuesday. The 4v5 ensued, and they were able to win nonetheless. Or maybe that wasn't Xitium. Maybe Xitium had one that got disconnected. It was, I do believe. Never mind. At any rate, the performance was on board and on pace to look good, but again, it was a 4v5, right? Yeah. So they've got their work cut out for them. They've got to find success early in this hardpoint. I'm going to be realistic with you. If you can't find success, if you're Xitium, you're going to be looking at a 2-0. And that's almost a guarantee going against Cold in Search or Destroy.
Oh yeah, for sure. Cold actually played, as I said, many editions every time. Actually, every time from when I started seeing Cold play, they actually perform very, very good. And I do feel maybe it's going to be 2-0-2 because they really did a good job in S&D, and now we're gonna see the maps in a bit, but I do feel Cold gonna perform good in hardpoint too.
All right, well, we'll have to see. You mentioned the maps. I'll go ahead and run through them.
Yep.
We're gonna be starting things off with a little bit of hardpoint on Takeoff, followed by a Slums Search or Destroy. If it does make it to a game 3, we'll see that firing range on Control, Annihilator, and Purifier off the table. Summit Hacienda off the table. Best of 3 looks pretty interesting. Again, Takeoff can be one of those maps you can get lost on. But that Search or Destroy was just so dang good from Cold the last time we've seen them play on this map. It is almost a guaranteed as long as Jim is hitting his shots. And man, when Jimbo is on, it is certainly hard to stop him. So we'll see how he plays. We'll see how Cold plays. And we'll see if they'll be able to perform up to par. And Xitium, your chance here is literally going to have to come through in this hardpoint Takeoff. If you put yourself in an 0-1 pit and run into a Slums Search or Destroy, you are almost asking for a 0-2 win in favor of Cold.
Yeah, I am actually curious if we're gonna see an overtime maybe in S&D. Because I do saw Xitium playing good in S&D, and maybe we're gonna see an overtime in S&D. We never know. On Slums, I don't know, it's a very interesting map to play S&D. In my opinion, it's kind of small, but we're gonna see. Either way, the first game gonna start, so I might need to leave now. But I'm gonna be back after the first matchup, guys.
All right, there we go. Second series of the day. We're waiting on Day to get back, and surely he should be joining us on the 1s and 2 here momentarily. Nonetheless, we've got a spicy Takeoff game number 1. You can see the map intro being played. We are into the action. P1 right out in the open right now. As you can see the rotations through, it is going to be a all hands on deck kind of affair. We'll see how much investment for each team is going to come through. It is going to be 3 players kind of in the middle of the map. Vet looking for the control on the front side. He's got Kree up top, and Kree is not missing. And that should be a little bit of breathing room here for the boys over at Xitium right now, as they have hopped the hill. 1 player left standing. That's going to be Storm.
We tied for the lead.
We'll see how much time he can take before the contest comes right back in now. Storm is going to be able to find one there. That's going to be his second. That's going to be that dropped. And still on the outskirts looking in. So far, so good. It does look like Xitium are going to be able to walk away with a little bit more time off of this P1 objective. All right, that was me testing to see if Day had made it back, and obviously he didn't. So you guys are stuck with Verdict for another goal rotation. 10 seconds left, 28-8. Capo looking for the advantage up top. He's going to be able to take down 1. A little bit of perimeter control being added to Vat, but Vat not going to be able to win that one. Rondo going to get dropped. Jim's the last man standing, and he's got to wait for the Cavalry to make the push. Lo and behold, it's Storm able to deal with the pass at the bottom of the staircase. P2 open for business, 32-9. As we see a little bit of composure back in the favor of Cold. Now, are they going to be able to rock steady here on this staircase hardpoint? Day's still not back. That is all F's and chats. Nonetheless, we're going to continue to rock and roll. Aver now. Break coming in solid. 15 points up on the board for Cold. And right now, I said, if you're Xitium, you've got to have success. And what better way of having success than just griefing your opponents off of this P2 objective, as well as picking up a massive chunk off of P1. Right now, they are sitting with a 50-point lead. Break finally going to come through, but it's scraps that they're going to be left dealing with. And certainly a big rotation over here for Xitium now, as we can see. Rotations over to P3. They are looking to get the advantage early on, and it has paid off so far for each rotation. P2 and P3 alike. Now a lot more money on the line here for this P3 rotation. You can see it's a bigger value hill than we've seen so far. Failure, a.k.a. Capo, going to get dropped on a rotation. Rondo finally going to be able to deal with him up top. Rondo's reign of terror is going to finally come to an end. But at what cost? Is it going to be the break here for the boys over at Cold, or are we going to continue to see Xitium dominate? It does look like the early rotation is botched. The hill is compromised, and the break is going to stay. Karma trying to test his foot on the hill. He's going to get dropped like a sack of potatoes. Now the rotation in, and the retake is on absolute point here for the boys over at Cold, and they are right back in it as they are slowly but surely closing the gap. All right, while we wait for Day to get back and joined in, now is the best time than ever to go ahead and get geared up for our first listening. We're going to see how the boys over at Cold make it shake now, as we're going to go ahead and get our first listen in. We're going to go ahead and jump in with Cold Esports.
Is that top blue?
There's one more, there's one more.
Hard point identified.
One more limit.
One more limit, Rondo.
Is there limit side?
Yeah, you
One
got me
more
limit,
is
you got me
still
limit.
He's in little room,
I spawned limit.
Top half health. Top's half health.
Oh, top blue. 3 point. Don't feed.
Top blue, one top.
Little room.
Oh, window.
Little room dead. They spawn limit.
Lost the lead.
Pushing up.
We pinch. Nice.
Oh, one more blue room, and limit.
Drop trophy, bro. Drop trophy.
Oh, shit. Winning chance.
Done in now. Push blue behind you, Rondo. Push.
Oh, he's missed there. Mid P1. Dead.
It's dead.
Try and get this scrap, guys.
One shot. One top blue.
Top yellow.
One ticket. Yellow, top yellow.
Ticket. He's in point. Guys, play next.
One limit.
One yellow, top yellow. One launch.
I'm gonna peek.
It's limit side.
Left side.
Limit side.
P3 to P4, the connection not being made. P4 was a lockdown for Xitium, and it is looking like Cole trying to get right back in it on this P1 now. This is not a big money hill. They need each and every point they can get. Capo adding fuel to the fire. There's his 19th. Looking for some streaks as well to go along with it. He's not going to find it. Afer from up top is golden. Able to create that space. And Day, I believe you're back now.
I am back. I had a little bit of an emergency. I'll DM you in a minute. But you know what? I'm back in time to catch at least the middle of the game. Obviously, I'm a little bit behind, but I can see right now we've got specifically 2 players popping off. You've got Capo on the side of Cold. I believe they are currently at a boot camp preparing, in my opinion, maybe a little too early for stage 4, but all the same, I don't know how long they're going to be there or what. And, Capo for the side of Cold, and you've got Afer here for the side of Xitium, sitting up at top frag of 25 and 15. And then you've also got a couple players objective-wise standing out, something we've grown to know quite well of Jim, is to be able to put up those kills. Also, he's coming through with 77 seconds of objective time. We look over at the opposition. You've got Storm, who's also on 14 kills and has 62 on the board. So definitely a couple players standing out in that sense. And right now, we've got about a 32-point lead for the side of Xitium, which is fairly impressive with the way Cold have been playing lately. Now, I know they're at a boot camp. I'm not sure what their ping is like in this particular matchup or whatever the case may be. I don't know how far out into the woodworks they are. So hard to say, but definitely looking to be a solid match between these two teams.
No, it is right now. It's coming down to the P2 rotation right here. Who's going to remain with the lead or who's going to be able to close the gap? It does look like Cold. We're going to be able to get the last little bit of trickle time. The good thing for them was they were able to make the P3 break relatively early. We'll see if the comms sound better over at Xitium now, as it has to be an all-hands-on-deck affair here for this P3. You gave up the bag early in this P3 rotation first time around, or are they going to do it again? We'll find out.
Use an operator.
One launch, in the corner, launch.
Play live.
I'm low, one limit.
Mid, pushing top
Two
red.
their limits.
Mid,
One on side half, Alright, he's
One
front.
medic. One top red. Launch.
Alright, small blue, I'm gonna stay blue,
Spawn limit. I'll say my vortex on next.
I've got your mid.
Yeah, good
One
choice.
more, one push in. Bottom blue.
Forward, I can't see him, my bad.
One bottom blue.
One main.
Launch. One launch,
Dead,
two
watch
launch.
it.
I'm watching top red.
I'm watching. One few, mid shot. One shot.
Yeah, he's still P1. I'm sorry, I can't do shit from here, I can't actually see him.
It's all good.
Limits. Dead.
I'm
One do.
watching.
Dead. Another one do. Dead again.
One shot. One launch. One bullet.
Yeah, I see. Oh no, there's two.
One
one top as well.
be done.
Do you want me to join?
What's up, boys?
Do you want me to join?
One red, bottom red.
Turning these doors.
Actually, don't need, we got it, nice.
P1, next you come. Blue copy.
One P1's being kills.
One strike.
Alright, this is interesting right here. The break doesn't stick on that P3 rotation, but here it comes. P4 is a massive influx of Cold players. Comms pretty sound and solid, and we've got ourselves a game day. This is coming down to a little bit of a lead going in favor of Cold. Can they extend it and take the reverse? I mean, obviously they were in a little bit of a hole early on, but they have since played 10 times better, and they are looking pretty damn solid. But Afer, he has yet to be denied, and the grab vortexes have been Johnny on the spot.
All right, well, catching up on chat a little bit, does look like maybe we got trolled. I don't know if they're actually at boot camp. It appears they are not, and Capo is just being Capo, which I guess makes sense. Like kind of the vague of EU, one would say, except for not as good. Just kidding. Definitely an intense game going on between these two teams right now. We've had a big comeback by the side of Cold. They now have a 26-point lead over the side of Xitium, and it's very, very close. Obviously, with as intense as this game has been, I think you hit it spot on earlier that this one could be a little bit better than a lot of people give it credit for, and that has been the game that we've had developed so far. It's starting to get a little bit more in favor of Cold, but the break at least finally comes through for the side of Xitium from now. We've also got Capo trying to get set up for next, is going to find one on Karma. Now starting to push up on that hill, looking to get that high ground coverage for the team. He takes right into Storm, who picks up the kill. That's that key pickup for Xitium that I was talking about with Atlanta earlier. They lost out on Storm. And he has been a freak when it comes to the gravity vortex use, right? So we actually, I think very interestingly, see 5 gravity vortexes for the side of Xitium and 5 sparrows for the side of Cold. And honestly, Verdict, I don't know if you'll agree with me on this. I think both of these teams are wrong for doing that. I think think the sparrow is consistent
diversity
enough, and you need that. And we don't have either team making that stretch.
Yeah, well, Storm gonna go ahead and take his life right there. I'm pretend I didn't see that one. It's bound to happen. The bad thing is he didn't get a single player, not a single position to deny any time, and that could have backfired tremendously in the court in favor of Cold. Right now, they've got the lead. They only need 28. They're not going to be able to get it off this P2 rotation, and they are been lethal on these breaks on P3. If you are Xitium, you need to continue to contest because your holds on P3 have not looked good, and you cannot afford to be in a position where you only need to give away 5 points. Finally, Storm able to come through, redeem himself, but the damage is done. That is going to get dropped, but there is Rondo. He's going to be able to pick up 3, make it 4 on the objective. And now it is 11 points needed here for Cold to close this one out, and a miracle on the flip side of things. 58 seconds left on the point and only 8 needed. And it doesn't look like we're going to get much of a contest. It's all Afer. He is hiding in the smoke. He's looking for action. He's going to find it. The break's going to come through. That's going to get dropped. Capo for the trade. But Rondo looking to knock on the door and get the breach. He's got to wait for the squad. There is 40 seconds left. And plenty of time for this comeback to happen. But you've got to be flawless. And Storm is literally the only player here. It ain't happening. Kree now left all on his own. He's going to be able to win one, but the points are getting racked up. He's going to be able to contest for as long as he can, but that is it, ladies and gentlemen. A 250 to 192 win in favor of Cold. And now we're going right back to the point. You win Xitium. If you win the hard point, you've got a chance for a game 3. Cold have been looking icy in Search or Destroy, bro. They are rock solid, frozen, just built differently. We'll see if that statement stakes to the claim, but right now, a solid effort for Cold to make the comeback. And 44 for Nev and Capo. That is a beast of a game 1 for them.
Yeah, definitely a huge game. What was looking like a very competitive and intense matchup quickly swung back in favor of the side of Cold. When I came back, we had a 30-point lead, over 100 points already for the side of Xitium. And Cold, I mean, they swept in and they dominated. Nev and Capo coming through 44 kills deep. You did have Afer on the opposition go with 46 to top frag, but clearly it just wasn't enough to help the team maintain control. Kree, rough game. Minus 19 is definitely not a scoreline that was helping there. Fed a lot of operators and minor streaks over to the side of Cold. And, you look at the side of Cold, we already talked about Nev and Capo being at plus 15 and plus 16 respectively. Rondo's only at minus 4, Vat's only at minus 6, and Jim's only at minus 1. I mean, you're talking about negative 11 there. Kree has that and then some. So I hate to dog you out, man, but I mean, that just shows the areas in the actual kill-death ratio where we were able to get capitalization out of Cold. And then, as a result, they were able to maintain map control. They were able to get the rotations. They were able to lock down those hard points effectively because the gun skill was flat out just superior across an average for the side of Cold.
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, you got everybody's clicking on all cylinders. Boot camp or not, the comms were there too as well. There was not a lot of panic. It was more constructive. Everything just seemed to go in favor of Cold, and right now they're sitting in a prime time spot. We talked about the Search or Destroy. We'll continue to talk about it until we see it done. Right now, Cold have been on a burner. I don't think they've dropped one since opening day. And again, this is a team that we highly discounted. We're on the Cold train now. Fortunately enough, we're getting on it a little earlier than I expected to. But I'm super glad we're starting to see a little bit more of that competitive spirit out of Jim and the team that he has put together. And now we're going to be able to see, is the Search and Destroy going to be dominant one yet again? Or are we going to see Xitium learn from that 4v5? Obviously, they didn't have 5 players remaining in the lobby, but made it super close against, was it Limitless? Or who did they play on Tuesday? That was just a brutal. I mean, I was disgusted in the team who won that one.
Tuesday, Cold played.
Not Cold. No, not Cold, but Xitium.
Played Limitless. And
okay,
yes,
gotcha. Yeah. All right, well, here we go. We're in Panama. It is Slums, and it is all Afer right now. He is a madman. Say's going to get dropped. Capo putting some shots up. Jim, is he still roaming free? He is. He's got the shots. The advanced artillery. We're waiting for the momentum. We're waiting for it to come ahead and come through in fruition. Right now, it is going to be a slow standstill. There's plenty of action on this A side of the bomb, and Karma doing what Karma does. He's holding the heady, and he is not giving anything away for Jim to take and capitalize on early.
All right, well, Capo has been a solid factor for a lot of the rosters that he's been on, as well as Jim. We've seen him specifically on this map, what he's capable of, and that's something that if you're Xitium, I think you've got to be a little bit worried about the whole time. And, Search and Destroy in general is something you've got to be worried about if you're Xitium, right? I mean, this has been one of their weak spots, and, they have looked better, but the consistency has just not been there. Jim going to find Karma off the top of that bomb heady. And I'd go as far as to say is the best search performance that we've had out of Xitium was a 4v5 where they were the 4. Is that a fair statement?
It is right there. Vat and Jim going to be able to clean house. Vat going to get a 2-piece, but he's going to get dropped. It's all on Kree. Jim's got the bomb, and he's going to go ahead and do the deed. It is going to be a 45-second timer now, the 1v1. We'll see the snipers come through. We got a deagle in the hands of Jim as well, and I'm looking at Kree. He's still got his deagle as well. Now it's the rotation, the hit. Jim holding the hill as steady as possible. Don't know if Kree has an idea, but he's in P4. He is certainly there. He's got a little bit of game sense now. The push up, it is going to give away his location. That mantle was so dang loud. I bet you Jim heard it from a mile away and certainly predicted it perfectly right there. 2 kills on board from Jim. More importantly, he took down Karma, who was holding a god heady on that bomb head glitch. And then he gets the 1v1 clutch. But boy, he's got ice in his veins. And it is certainly showing here early. That should have been a Xitium round to begin with. That was a 4v2. Just completely butchered.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. And, well, Capo going to come through with first blood this time around. Takes down Kree. One player who is last alive for the side of Xitium in the last turn around. Karma doing his best to try to find some... Dude, Karma, you can't win that one versus Jim, dude.
That was so Rondo with a 3-piece. Yeah, that was that. We neglected to mention that Rondo cleaned the round up with the last 3. It's just that heady. I mean, if you would have saw it from Karma's perspective, it was disgusting. He catches
I watched it
Capo.
from Karma's perspective.
Well, I mean,
like,
before that happened, he absolutely dropped Capo like it had no business dropping Capo. But then he just continued to stay there, and I was like, frozen like a deer in headlights. EU would not know anything about that saying, but I mean, if you've ever heard of a deer getting hit in the US, it is exactly like that.
Did you just insinuate that EU doesn't have deer?
They don't know what deer in headlights means, bro. That's a southern thing.
Okay, quick question for all of the Europeans in chat. Do you know what the deer in the headlights comment is? I have to imagine you do. I can't imagine that is exclusively a North America thing or United States. Either way.
Yeah, because if you're in Canada, it's a moose in headlights. There's not the same. And if you got a moose in headlights, there's a problem for car, not the moose.
Yeah. A lot of times it's the deer that's gonna catch the bad end of the stick.
Yeah.
No, you got a moose. That is
a different story.
That is a tank.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen a moose in person, Verdict.
Those things are freaking huge.
Are giant.
Yo, I watched a video of a moose getting hit. It did like 3 flips and it landed on its feet and it just kept trucking it. Like, the car was completely totaled. It was destroyed. The moose, however, continued to truck it along like nothing happened. Those guys are, those animals are just completely different. Like elephants, but, yeah, right?
But strong, not fat.
Yeah, but strong. Yeah.
All right, well, this has been a hell of an EU podcast. We're literally talking about how moose are the Animal Kingdom version of a tank.
Oh, Jim.
And, Jim. Yeah. Dude, Jim, I swear to God, has, like, some of the most key reaction time of a sniper. And, you know, I certainly think this is one of the better seasons for him as far as sniping goes. I'm not entirely convinced we put him into like a Marvel category yet, but homie is absolutely working for it. If he keeps this up, he could be in the running for a sniper of the split for sure.
Yeah, 100%. I completely agree with it. I saw the body shots too. It's kind of what got me antsy. Then he followed up with some disgusting quick shots. Karma now in 1v3, looking undoable. Deagle in hand, gonna get some shots on Vat. Vat, you did a great job playing your life. Now the info's coming through. The cavalry is certainly right there, waiting for the rotation through. Karma is dead to rights. The truck or car heady exploded. They're not going to be valuable. 4 rounds rock solid, and that first round is the only one I've seen this one to be close. That first round was what, a 1v1, and even then it wasn't close.
Destroy the objective. Bomb acquired.
All right, well, Xitium, their weak spot, as you have mentioned several times, has been their search and destroy. even after what was. Oh my God, Jim. Why are they still
Just,
challenging
I
him
don't
on that
know,
heady?
bro.
I don't understand. Like, if it hasn't been proven that you're. Oh, Jim, dude.
So nasty.
Give him the A. Just give him the A plan at this point. Try to play for the retake because the defense ain't working for you on that side of the map. Jim is just doesn't matter who contests him there. They lose their head.
No, every time.
Every time. Homie is 8-1 right now,
bro.
Destroy the objective.
Woo, baby. Slums, I didn't think was in the UK, but apparently it's in Jim's backyard. And everybody who is on this map is very, very, very in need of some help. There is plenty of danger when you're in the vicinity of Jim. He's finally dealt with, but again, Mans is 8-2. Bounce back round. It's a 5-0 so far. Aper. My guy's frying, though. He started off hot, has gotten a little bit better, but I mean, come on. Yeah, Afer picks up the sniper, the DLQ with that awful ACOG that Kappa was rocking, but he immediately dropped it as soon as he saw the sight. There it goes. Afer now on the trail of Nev, who's got the bomb in hand, but it's a 1v3. He's not going to be able to get away from Says. That is going to be the first round in favor of Xitium. Is this going to spark a comeback for Xitium? Or is Jim going to just continue to just absolute dominate in his backyard? I'm voting for the latter of the two. I think Jim's going to continue to slay out. I think this is going to be a 7-2 at the very least.
All right, well, we do find a round for Xitium, and now we have switched sides. Can they maybe find a little bit more of an answer for Jim? That has been the most difficult thing for every team that has faced Cold to deal with, and fortunately for them, Afer able to come through with the kill. Nice little slide on the corner. Rondo gonna take down Storm, and now Afer gotta clutch up the 1 versus 2. It's Rondo and Nev. Nev, one of the players that came through top frag of the hardpoint. Rondo, the man, the myth, the legend that walked through. I mean, he's straight danced through those 3 members of Xitium. That what was that? The second round?
Yes, sir. The round that Jim hit the god shots, and then we just completely failed to even acknowledge, or even I didn't even I didn't even change the camera perspective. I wanted to see what Jim was doing. That's all I've been interested in seeing so far, and I'm guilty of that.
Do you watch chat at all while we're casting?
I try not to.
Can you believe that somebody put Blur and Marvel in the same category?
I don't think you can put Blur and Marvel in the same category. I don't think you can put very many in the same category as Marvel. He's like in a league of his own.
All right, fair.
I mean, I'm trying to think of a sniper in NA. Even Zai has been lacking lately. And of course he's Latham, but I think he would be the only one who would be like maybe Space on a good day, but Space has so many days and so many inconsistent streaks that I can't even toss him into the same category as Marvel now.
Defend the objective. Enemy has the bomb.
All right, well, you guys heard it here first. Marvel, best sniper in the world. World.
Yeah, I mean, from what I've seen, he's the best sniper that I've been able to cast on a regular basis. Yeah.
We do talk about consistency a lot, and I think a lot of people were offended when I compared Marvel and Jim there. Listen, guys, we're not far enough in the season for me to give Jim that level of credit. Okay, Jim is frying. He's been frying the past couple weeks, but we've also had a couple back-to-back week seasons for Jim, right? So, gotta take it with a grain of salt. He's definitely making a name for himself right now, or rather, reinforcing that name for himself. But round does come through for Xitium. They get 2 on board, but it's still match point for the side of Cold. And I think, honestly, right now, Xitium just delaying the inevitable.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, I made my predictions earlier. I said it was going to be a 7-2. Obviously, that was after we flipped sides, and it was a 5-1. But, better late than never. And we'll see if it continues to continue on. Now, Nev going to be able to find value with his life, but he's dropped instantly. Rondo there for the trade. Kree looking to get the pickup, and it's 2 for 2s. Storm, though, he's going to be the upper hand. He's going to be able to find his 6th. And now it's on the Madman Jim and Vat to close it out. Make Verdict right. Vat says, absolutely, Verdict, give me your cup. I'll pour you a little bit in it. Jim now going to be left alone. Vat's going to get dropped out. It is going to be Kree finding that one. Bombs down, however. And Jim lurking, that could be a problem. We'll see if he can clutch it up. He couldn't clutch up the 1v3. This one looks a little more doable. It's the 1v2. With about a minute left on the clock, the attacking team, Xitium, they are slowly but surely covering all angles. No, Chigs, there's no way you're tossing Vibin's name out there. What are you smoking, bro?
Dude,
Look, you got recognition. You got recognition from day earlier on, and you had the nerve and the audacity to throw Vibin's name out there? And I don't mean that in any disrespectful way to Vibin, but let's be real. Marvel's been running this show for about a year and a half now, and he hasn't really been contested. There were times where you could throw names out there, but Vibin is a stage 3 warrior so far, and that's it. Am I wrong?
He's had some good games in this season.
Well,
but,
I mean, let's be real.
If we're talking about Vibin's like first really pop off season compared to Marvel, who has popped off every season forever. I mean, no, that is not the same category.
Tell me you're clueless without telling me you're clueless. Right now, hey, look, I've been wrong. I've been proven wrong already today, and I'll take this L. Bomb's going to go down. Xitium's starting to make the comeback happen. Jim has been on a little bit of a nerf. As a matter of fact, he's going to get dropped right there, and it's all on Capo and Vat. Bomb's been planted at B. If they don't have any kind of traction, any kind of info other than that Jim just got dropped, and that was like 15 seconds ago. Capo, if you find this shot on Storm, which you don't, that ACOG site is just absolutely horrendous. We're not going to see it. This is going to go to another round.
Oh, and the hit marker for Capo just to rub some salt in the wound there. Xitium making the comeback happen. They've got to find at least 2 more to guarantee some overtime, and they cannot afford to drop anything. I said that they needed to find an answer to Jim to bring this game back. We were talking about Jim being, what, 9-2, 8-1, and then 9-2 earlier. Now 10-6, so whatever the answer has been, I know it was A for a couple rounds. They've certainly been shutting him down, and that has been a big factor in Cold's success. So finding the right angle, maybe Jim just struggling a little bit more on the defensive side here. He's just, I don't know, man. His reaction time on those offensive pushes towards the A site were absolutely insane, and that allowed his team a lot of extra ground to move. And well, speak of the devil, Jim's going to come through, finds an extra one. Kree was looking for an angle, couldn't quite get it. That's 2 for none in favor of the side of Cold now.
Yeah, 2 for none, and that first one was Storm. He died, I have no idea how, to himself. Maybe a nade. It definitely wasn't an SMRS, because I don't see one on his body, but he's put his team in an awkward position, and with one dropping early from the hands of the opposing team, it is going to be Saze and Karma, though. They're going to be able to collect the efforts now and make it even. They've done a good job of keeping Jim at bay, and he's only found 1 kill in the past 3 rounds. That's a dub. That's the keys to success. But Afer now going to be left in a God's-Ear clutch. Rondo around in the corner. Going to be able to get away. Capo is clueless, bro. What the hell is going on, bro? Get the info, make the push, secure the shot, fakes the defuse. Luckily, Rondo wins those. Body shots coming through galore.
And
a
the
7-4 and the
man.
Oh, man. This is... Go ahead and report this to Jake Lucky. We're going to go ahead and go to the feds with this one. That was not consensual teabagging, homie.
Oh, we're not doing that right now.
No, we're not. We're not.
Absolutely not doing that right now.
Absolutely.
So I saw all that on Twitter the other day. I was like, I ain't even gonna go read all
Touch
this.
this one with a 10-foot pole, bro. But we
just
will
shut
nonchalantly
down that conversation.
throw cheap jabs whenever we can, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Especially if they're at Blur.
Yeah, we got the Goat Tonic in chat. Good question for him. Did you miss a good game? It was decent, but I think the question that was more debated than this matchup was the sniper talent in EU, and Dave made the comment that he could potentially make a little bit of resemblance in Jim performance to that of Marvel. And we went on a whole debate about how there's nobody really in a contention with Marvel in his shots. He's in a league of his own. And then somebody in chat brought up Blur. Somebody
at
brought up
least
Washi.
compared
And
to
I
NA,
respect those, yeah.
Yeah.
But then someone said Vibin, and we were like, yeah, get the hell out of here with that. I mean,
Yeah,
no disrespect to Vibin, but he has not been around long enough to even be sniffing the
relevant in the
jockstrap
conversation.
of Marvel. Yeah. I mean, come on. Let's be real. And I mean that with all due respect. There was not any kind of shade or... It's just he hasn't been around long enough. He hasn't been... There's not a certain... There's not a thing... There's not an element of consistency because he hasn't been around in the scene long enough to be consistent or not, right?
Listen, the big reality is you cannot put Marvel into any category with someone who is coached by chicks. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
I didn't hear that last part, but I'm going with it.
Oh, I said you can't throw Marvel into any category that has a player that was coached by chicks.
Right. All right, well, here we go. Second series on hand. 16. Rondo, when the hell did you get 16? That's right, you win those. You don't lose those gunfights. Capo was playing with a blindfold and an ACOG and managed to pick up 7. 4 for Nev, 5 for Vet. Big respects to Cold to make the comeback in the hard point, and they absolutely dominated in the Search to Destroy. This time he didn't need Jim, the big boy, carry. He just, slightly bigger than a regular size, boy to carry. And you got Rondo, who put the Louis V duffel bag on his back and carried all of the luggage for the team to make that happen. Right now, heading back to the host, Indiana. Who do you think, Marvel or Jim? That's bait. Don't
Marvel.
take it. Thank you.
Marvel.
Thank you. Okay.
Marvel.
Much
I
respect,
saw
Jim.
more of Marvel playing, but I'm gonna explain. Okay, I did saw last season. I was watching Mobile Mayhem long, and I did saw Marvel every time playing. So I can say that I choose Marvel because I did saw more of him playing. Now, obviously, I'm not sure. I can say that Jim is better or not. I'm not saying Marvel is better or not, but I did saw Marvel playing more than Jim. Is this a good answer? It is.
Yeah, rock solid. As long as you didn't say anything other than Marvel, it was 100% going to be good. Great.
Marvel or Jim then?
I literally,
I
literally already made that clear. But like I said, with the way Jim has been playing, with the crispiness of the shots, the reaction time, those tight angles that he's able to just thread the needle through, I definitely think that if he keeps it up this season, not only is he looking for a potential Sniper of the Split nomination, but I definitely think that his team has a lot of potential to take an opportunity that was realistically like half gifted, half earned. Obviously, they played well throughout stage 3. A team that did qualify above them was caught doing the thing. As me and Verdict have referred to it several times in the past. They get that second chance at life, and Jim is absolutely not wasting it. I mean, homie is bringing his A game of all A games. This is some of the best play out of a couple of the players, actually, on the side of Cold that I've seen in a long time. I would go as far as to say that Cold have been playing better in Mobile Mayhem here these past couple weeks than they did all of stage 3. And it's not even close. I mean, it is like a landslide difference. It is such a huge performance enhancement from them.
Well, I'm totally on the board with you with this. Okay, I do enjoy watching Cold. As I said last time, Cold is become it's top 3 in my opinion in the teams that I do enjoy watching, and I'm actually very, very happy seeing them playing better and better every week, right? And yeah, like, even if with talking about these games today, even if with the first game of Hardpoint, even if Xitium had actually a lead, they actually made up the comeback and managed to win the round. And then obviously at the S&D, I was like just amazed about their sniper shots, about their gunfights, and most of the gunfights they were won by Cold. Even if we had 4 rounds won by Xitium, right? Cold were having better control over both games. And yeah, it was overall a very good matchup. we are gear up for the third one. It's gonna be Limitless versus Animus. Animus, again, one of my favorite teams, because I was like actually very happy when I was watching Mobile Mayhem last season. So we're gonna have Limitless versus Animus. In the meantime, we're gonna take a short break and we're gonna be right back. welcome back, guys. Obviously, there was a short, I forgot the word. Break. Yes, I got it. Break. I'm sorry. Lots of languages. But yeah, there was a short break. And guess what? I'm so excited for this game. And I was excited for this game all day because I knew that Animus gonna play against Limitless, obviously. But unfortunately, we do have a DQ. And we will not have the last game. I'm actually sad because I wanted to play Animus. I wanted to watch Animus so bad. Okay.
Oh boy.
Limitless, they did not been able to join the room. Well, not able. They did not come. I don't know. Something happened.
Chose not to.
Yeah, I gotta give a
so-
shout out to Passive EU in chat. He said Limitless forfeit incoming. Passive, I don't know what kind of inside information you got, but you were, I mean, right on the money. Yeah. Hey,
I think my
somebody.
favorite was Grizz coming in. I'm excited.
Yeah,
for the
well,
Twitch.
Grizz. Yeah. Well, I mean, oh boy, is that how we end the day off? Oh boy, this is tough. Rip.
I don't know, man. I don't want to end it on that. I want to end it on Limitless's logo being as bad as Trucker Gaming's.
Oh my god.
Yes. Can we throw that back up there for everybody to see? That is actually 10 times worse.
Please.
No, it's actually pretty bad, but I don't think anything trumps that that Trucker Gaming logo. That thing is god awful, bro.
I'm glad they stepped the quality up. I think it's been fixed now.
It still looks pretty bad though.
No, I think it's fixed for today.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I'm actually disappointed. I'm disappointed.
Well, you know what? You can't have EU without disappointment, Sag, pain, DQ, forfeit, all the above. And that is a lot of letters just to spell EU. Okay. I mean, I don't know how disgusting it gets, but I mean, obviously we can't. Oh yeah, hold on. There's Trucker Gaming right there for you guys to see. Which one's worse, chat? We'll let you make the decision. Trucker Gaming catching strays or Limitless? They're not catching strays because yeah, he put both of them up there. Look at it. It is. It's a night. Look at this, bro. This is. Woo! You got to change your background, Ronan. That one looks terrible. That does not justify what we're looking at right now. You got a lot of color in the back. That stuff. No.
They're interesting. Both of them.
Well, I mean, I'm just as good as you guys to go ahead and proceed and get this puppy closed out. We got the standings up, and I mean, you already see it. It's 80 points on top for Animus. Nova get the bye. They're sitting at 75. Cold Esports. I think Deanna hit it right on the head. They're a top 3 team. I don't think she said it in that context, but technically right now, they are a top 3 team. They've got 60 points on board. Light right there at 55, Xitium with 40, AxiByte with 25. Limitless are going to, of course, lose some points for the forfeit. They're sitting at 15, Atlanta with 15 as well, and Prometheus still scoreless after 5 days of regular season play. 117 not found, they get an excuse. Didn't need to be handwritten, didn't need to be from a doctor, it just needed to be from Ronan because he didn't get them in on time. Obviously, it was poor timing. It wasn't Ronan's fault. We won't blame him for that one, but yeah, overall, today was EU at its finest, and we only got 2 matchups. Are you guys content? Are you guys not entertained?
Yeah, well, I was expecting more, okay? I always wake up with this urge of, like, being here with you as much as I can, you know, because I really love being here and being the host.
What did you tweet about it?
About what?
Exactly. Day tweeted about it on Tuesday, and he was in shambles. I mean, look, he went on like a Twitter hiatus for a week, and comes back. It's like, oh, I'm so pumped for EU. Insert forfeit DQs, and left and right, bro. We didn't even
let me down, man.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, anyways, I really love being here, and I want to spend as much time as I can with you guys because you are amazing. But EU doesn't let me. Like, EU doesn't let me. I don't think when I was casting, where I was co-casting with Dave, we had this many DQs. DQs. I don't.
EU is about as consistent as the COD Mobile BR scene, and well, that doesn't exist anymore. So.
Oh. Whoa! Are you trying to tell me I'm going to be jobless after the season, Dave?
Don't know.
Damn, bro! What just slapped me in my face?
That is. First of all, not my decision. Second of all,
joke's on you. I've been jobless since I took the job at EU. Come on now. Oh, I
I'm
love you guys. I love all of you in chat, okay? I don't mean that with any disrespect, but let's be real. It has been a blender. We've been trying to get our act together, but I've already accepted it, man. I saw this one coming from a mile away. That's why I never have high expectations when it comes to casting. I obviously give it my best, and I put everything I have into the scene. But again, at the end of the day, I'm not losing anything because I've given everything I've got, and that's all I can do, right? So that is going to conclude the stream for the day. I'm a little upset, and that's quite all right. But we're going to go ahead and hit up... Yeah, well, I mean, I've been upset for... How long have I been doing this? February of 2021? But we still make it work, all right? We do it with a smile on our face, and we make sure that everybody who does show up are entertained to the max potential that they can be, because with EU comes its drawbacks, but the talent that does play is very superior. So we're going to go ahead and close it out. I would typically let Deanna take this one, but I had to have a little heart-to-heart moment with you, chat. So we're going to go ahead and close it out. We're going to go ahead and send you to a COD Mobile, sponsored video, and then we're going to send you to your favorite streamer. So hope you guys enjoy. We'll see you back next week.
Bye.